Silver Bound offers simplicity. It's super easy to understand, and that's what I personally love about it. It provides an amazing total payout. And if you think about it today, so many people have lost their plan A, and their plan B, which might be something like Young Living, has come to fruition for them. And so a few $100s a month can make all the difference in people's lives right now. And just look at the number of people that can benefit from this program when you share it with all of those in your organization. Today, we've invited Royal Crown Diamond, Erin Rodgers, who I would say is honestly the queen of delivering content and walking people through a concept like Silver Bound and the Bridge to Gold programs. I tell you what, she is gonna show you how to maximize this thing. So remember when I talked to you about paper and pen at the beginning of this broadcast? I hope you have it ready to go. So I want you to hold your hands out, shake out your fingers, because you're gonna get ready to take some notes today. All right, so now I hope you've gone to the restroom, you got that drink near you, right? And you're ready. This training is going to be 30 minutes. And in the next 30 minutes, I believe you are gonna have the keys to launch your business for the rest of the spring, summer season. So now whether you're working on silver yourself or you're working on developing silvers in your organization, again, this is going to give you what you need. So hang tight through the entire broadcast, because in a bit, we're going to be launching all kinds of new products, and I want you to be there and not miss an announcement. All right, Erin, it's your time. Take it away.
Hey friends, this is Erin Rodgers, and I am super excited to get to teach this guy right here to you guys. This is the Silver Bound bonus. This is a brand new bonus structure from Young Living. Hopefully you've heard a little bit about it so far, but if not, don't worry. I'm going to explain it top to bottom and give you all that you need to know so that as you are building with Young Living, whether you're building a phenomenal business and you're headed straight to Royal Crown Diamond, or you're just looking at the comp plan and thinking that you want to get some additional income coming into your family, I want you to do that in a way that makes sense and in a way that is designed to put a little more cash in your pocket as you do this. So this is called the Silver Bound bonus. Now listen guys, for years I've been making videos with my team with these like flip charts, or I've used my kids' whiteboards and all of that. We're just gonna go with this. This is a high-tech presentation, so you guys enjoy this, okay? It's just the way that it works for me. It always works in my head this way, and so I would much rather teach like this. Let me also point out to you, this works. So if you're looking for ways to explain things to your team, don't feel like you have to do the most technologically advanced thing ever. You can just take a cue from me and go old school, and it's gonna work for you, okay? So first and foremost, let me explain that one of the things that the Silver Bound bonus is designed to do is to help you build a high quality team structure, because the better your team structure is, the more solidly you're gonna hit and hold your ranks in the future, okay? So what I did is I kind of sketched out a little bit of structure to show you up front so that it would make more sense when we get into explaining the actual bonus itself. So I'm going to go back a page here for you. Told you this is high quality right here, right? Okay, so just imagine that you, well, this could have said you, but it says me, right? So you have yourself in your structure right here, and you have begun sharing Young Living with a couple of friends. So we have friend number 1, friend number 2, and friend number 3. You can name them whatever you want to name them. You can put names, or you can write mom, or whatever it might be for these positions. But as these friends join your organization and they get started, maybe they begin sharing oils. And so friend 1 starts sharing oils with some other people, getting them enrolled into our products, and then maybe those people do a little bit of the same, and those people do a little bit of the same, and it begins to grow this beautiful network. I call it kind of a family tree, right? So I consider these friends to be like at the child level, and then we go down a little bit further, and under her, I'm gonna have these 3 people that would be like at that grandchild level. Technically, we call that level 2. These would be level 1 and level 2, and it goes on from there. But in the process of building with Young Living, you're going to develop these team structures. So friend 1, this is all done in black marker right here. Friend 2 and their downline structure, you can see, has all been done in a blue marker. Hopefully you can see the difference. And then friend 3 over here, this has been done in a red marker. This is so that you might understand the concept of legs, okay? And this is going to come into play, so track with me for a second, okay? So if I'm talking about the legs that I need for a certain rank, what that means is all of the volume under one qualifying member of your team. In this instance, friend 1 and all of her volume would be considered one of my legs. Friend 2 and all of her volume would be a second leg. Friend 3 and all of her or his volume is going to be leg number 3. So each of these groupings would be a different leg. I'm going to give you a few more other terms to know that you're going to want to know that we'll go into in a second too. But one of those is PV. That's your personal volume. That's the volume that you've spent yourself throughout a given month. The other one is OGV. OGV stands for Organization Group Volume. Now what I have right here, me, my 3 friends, and the teams that they have built represents my entire organization. So my OGV would be represented by all of these people. If I'm talking about a specific leg, let's say leg 2, and I'm wondering what the OGV is for leg 2, that's going to mean friend 2 and everyone under them would be the OGV in that particular leg. Now this is going to come in play not only in hitting the ranks with Young Living, but also in getting these amazing silver bound bonuses, which I'm going to show you in a second. But this terminology, legs, PV, that's personal volume, OGV, that's overall or organization group volume, those are going to be important as we track on. So I just want to make sure you understand those. The very first rank that you can hit with Young Living is the rank of star. Now what I've done on each of these sheets is I've broken it down into 2 parts. So part 1 is just what you need to do to hit that rank. And that rank comes along with it a paycheck based on what you've done that month. What your volume is, what your team's volume is, who you might have enrolled, any additional unilevel or bonuses that go along with that. That all comes from the rank itself, okay? It's gonna vary based on all of those different qualifiers in terms of volume and where that volume is. The second level for silver bound though is to focus on this bonus structure. So there's an additional thing that you can do at each of these ranks that's gonna earn you a bonus. And so I wanna explain to you, going from star all the way up to silver and beyond, what do you need to do to hit that rank? And how do you earn that bonus? Okay, so that's my goal with this right here. I want you to see it all in one place so that it makes sense. This is kind of like comp plan overview and a little bit of bonus explanation at the same time. Okay, so take notes and ask questions of your upline. I would imagine a few of you are probably going to try and find me and ask me some questions, and I'll do my best to handle those. I promise your upline probably has some resources for you to enhance this as well, if you can't already find it in the virtual office. Okay, so for star, for the rank of star, the first thing you're required to do for every rank with Young Living is have PV. That's your personal volume. Personal volume needs to be 100. That means you need to spend 100 PV yourself to qualify for the rank of star. Okay, the second, and for every rank you're going to have that PV. You're going to see this line on every single one of these pages that I show you. The second thing that's required for every rank is a certain OGV. That's overall group volume. Remember that chart I just showed you? That was me and all of my friends and their volume. Okay, so all of those volumes together are going to add up to be your OGV. So to be a star, your OGV needs to be 500. Now, let me tell you, strategically, you want that to come from people you've enrolled and people that they've enrolled and growth that's happening under you. You want that family tree to really, really blossom out, okay? It is technically possible for you yourself to put in a 500 OGV order and hit start. There's just not anything to make from that. So we want to encourage you to do that by helping your friends get products in their home that are going to make a difference for their health and wellness, and then help them share with their friends as well, right? The key principles of growth in Young Living are enrolling people, helping them order monthly through the Essential Rewards loyalty program, and then helping them duplicate that out and enroll additional people so that you grow your team, okay? So with that in mind, this is STAR. But the bonus, and it's a $50 bonus at this level for the silver bound bonus, the way to get this bonus is to have a specific structure in place at STAR. So hit the requirements for STAR and then have this structure there. 2 legs, at 200 OGV. Okay, so let's dial back to our little chart right here and talk about what that could be, okay? So you're gonna need to have your order in. That could be friend one. Maybe friend one puts in a really large 200 PV order. They spend 200 personal volume. It's gonna count as the OGV for this leg. They may not even have a downline yet. Maybe friend two though, maybe they put in their order and then you have a couple of other people under them who also have enrolled and placed orders and have some growth there. So regardless, you need to have two separate legs where you have a total of 200 OGV in those legs. If you do the two legs at 200 OGV, then you have met that structure qualification for the bonus. The other piece of each of these bonuses is you just have to do it in a certain length of time, okay? So these are accelerated bonuses, which means hurry up and get them, okay? Do the work that you need to do in order to make them within a certain time frame. And this is a quick time frame, but I'm here to tell you that I have tons of friends who would have qualified for this because of the way that their structure was set up when they hit star, okay? So here's the deal. You've got your two legs at 200, and the other thing that you need to do is do it in the right time. The time for this bonus is 2 months from the month that you enroll. So what that means is if you were a new member, let's just say it is the month of August right now, and you have a friend who enrolls right now. That friend has month one being September and month two being October. They have till the end of October to get this in place to have this $50 bonus added on to their check from Young Living, okay? So whenever that enrollment time happened, you have exactly 2 months from that enrollment. The month of enrollment is month 0. The next month is month 1. The following month is month 2, okay? All right, that was a long explanation for STAR, but once you've understood that we're talking about rank qualifications and then bonus qualifications, these next two are gonna make a lot of sense. I can promise you that. All right, so Senior Star is the next one that we're gonna talk about. Senior Star also has PGV requirement of 100, that's your volume. And then it has an PV requirement of 100. Then it has an OGV requirement of 2,000. Again, OGV is you and everyone in your organization. 2,000 OGV ranks you as Senior Star. You would meet all the requirements to be paid as a Senior Star at this point. But if you also want to layer on the bonus from the Silverbound program, then you do need to meet the bonus requirements, which are what we have down here. For structure, you're also going to need to have 2 legs. Remember, you needed 2 legs at Star as well. This is not 2 new legs. This is just 2 legs that are structured with 500 OGV in each one. Hey, let me give you a little pointer on this, okay? And this will apply all the way up to all of these rank bonuses and just ranks in general. If all you do the entire time that you are growing a team with Young Living is you focus on helping people achieve the rank of Star, that's it, just Star. Help someone get to Star. Hopefully they've done that by enrolling some people and building a team. Then you work with them and their team and help their team hit Star. Help those people individually hit Star. Then as they do that, you work with their team and help those people individually hit Star. What happens is this beautiful ripple effect, this like echo up in volume and in qualifications that's going to help everyone above that person also achieve additional ranks, additional goals, and additional income. And so you start to see that burst play out here. I call that for my team, it's building an army of stars. You just want to build an army of stars. Quit worrying about how close you are to executive or how close you are to silver. How many stars are you helping grow this month? How many people on your team are you helping hit that very first rank of Star? And the other piece of that is if you help them do that by getting that structure in place for the bonus so they get a little extra money in addition, you're helping them be ready to launch new stars from their downline as well, okay? So Senior Star, for the bonus, we need 2 legs at 500 OGV. That's 2 stars. You need to have 2 legs that both hit Star in your downline. And the timing is that you need to do this 3 months from the rank that you hit Star. So if you hit Star in June, you have July, August, September in order to hit Senior Star. So Star becomes month 0. Okay, and then the next 3 months are the months that you have to hit senior star in this example. And if you do it with this structure, you're going to be at $250 on top of whatever you would have already made by being a senior star that month. So this is a really awesome bonus for you to leverage at that level. Okay, all right, next. Executive. All right, executive is the first rank where simply hitting the rank itself has some leg requirements. Now, hold up and backtrack with me. We just talked about the senior star bonus, the bonus, requiring you to have a couple of legs building at 500 OGV. The reason for that is because we want you thinking in terms of downline teams. If you're focused on building downline teams, then when you get to this rank of executive, which is going to require you to have 2 legs in place, you're already there. Your mind is already there. You're already focused on what you're going to need at executive. If you go all the way back to the star bonus, remember the star bonus required you to have 2 legs in place. Well, you don't need 2 legs to hit the rank of star, but you do need 2 legs for the bonus, and you're eventually going to need 2 legs to hit the rank of executive. This is a really awesome focus point to give yourself, which is wherever you are in the ranks, in the hustle for your next level up, your next rank, you always want to be thinking 2 legs ahead. 2 legs ahead. So when you're at star, if you're focused on the bonus for star, you're already thinking about having 2 legs in place. The same is true for senior star. So when you get to executive, you're already going to be ready to go because you're going to have started building these 2 legs prior to the month that you're actually going to get to executive. So executive rank simply requires that you have PV of 100. We always have to have that. OGV here is going to be 4,000. That's your team's overall group volume. But then you are required to have 2 legs that hit 1,000. And I just want to go ahead and show you guys. This is how old school I am right here. I made a mistake, guys. It's no big deal. You can get to the top of the company with flip charts, okay? You can get to the top of the company any way you want to get to the top of the company. You don't have to have all the latest and greatest technology. I didn't even have any whiteout, friends, okay? I had to cut out a sheet of paper and put it over my typo, okay? It's all good. We can all do this, I promise. All right, so this is executive. Hitting these qualifications right here are simply going to allow you to get paid as an executive with all the bonuses and unilevel and things that you're eligible for at that rank. But if you want a $500 bonus when you're executive, this is what you need to do. You need to get a 3rd leg growing up to 500 OGV. Okay, a 3rd leg. Now this is getting you thinking wide. I call that building wide. You can build deep by working with a leader, working with a leader, working with a leader. That would be this right here, right? I can work really deep with this friend. I can help this person and this person and this person and this person and continue helping in that downline. And I always recommend that. But you want to focus on width too, which means I'm not just working in this leg, but I'm working wide and wide. I'm eventually going to have a friend 4, friend 5, friend 6, and going to build width out as well. And the sooner you can start doing that, the sooner you are going to be running after some of these additional bonuses. So executive is going to require you to have a 3rd leg at 500 OGV. Go ahead and start building wide with that 3rd leg. You should have already done that. If you didn't though, this is where you start doing that, is in the run for executive. The timing of this one is 3 months from senior star. So when you hit senior star, you have boom, boom, boom. 3 months after that to get to executive to get that $500 bonus on your paycheck. Okay, good stuff, right? Next up, we have silver. Now, silver adds some additional things here, but guys, if you've looked at the income disclosure for Young Living, you know that silver is where big changes start to happen for the average member, right? That average paycheck for silver is phenomenal and can impact your family in a huge, huge way, okay? So pay attention to this one. Silver requires you still to have the PV in place. You need to have your personal volume in place. OGV here is 10,000. Now listen, 10,000 may feel phenomenally huge to you right now. It may feel like something that you could almost never achieve, but I promise you it is closer than you think it is. This is something that you build to one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, one 5-minute conversation with a friend at a time. This isn't something that happens overnight. You've been preparing. All of this back here is you preparing for this goal right here. So you can absolutely get here. At this point, you need to have 2 legs each doing 4,000. That is the same as executive rank volume, 4,000, but those legs do not need to be ranked as an executive to qualify you, but you do need to have that 4,000 in volume in place. PGV, that's your personal group volume. This is the first time you've seen that term, but PGV basically means you and everything outside of your qualifying legs for that rank. So let me show you what that means. So if we go back to this example that we keep going back to, right? Let's say that I've got my 10,000, I'm doing 100 PV myself, I've got my 10,000 in volume in place. Maybe friend number 1 over here is doing 6,000 in volume. She's just like rocking it. Look how big her team is getting. My friend number 2 over here, she's got 4,000 in place. She is killing it, doing an awesome time. Her team is thriving. Well, that right there would be the 10,000 that I need, right? This would be, supposing this is 6,000 and 4,000, that would be what I need for rank. However, the silver rank required me to have this PGV, personal group volume. Personal group volume means you and everyone outside of your qualifying legs. So that would be my volume and everything outside of these 2 legs that qualify me for that rank. Okay, so I'm going to look at my downline and I'm going to try and make sure that I've got additional legs building so that I have that 1,000 in place out here. PGV is something that you are required to have in place at every rank from silver all the way up to Royal Crown Diamond. It's still going to be in play. You need to have all your qualifying legs in place, and then you're going to need to have an additional 1,000 in volume outside of those legs, okay? So eventually you're going to need this 3rd leg simply to hit the rank of gold, and you'll need 1,000 outside of that in order to hold that gold rank. Does that make sense? Well, you can't tell me, but hopefully that made sense. So let's go back to this. So silver, at the silver rank, let me make sure we're still there. All right, at the silver rank, we've got our 100 personal volume, 10,000 overall or organization group volume. We have 2 legs at 4,000. We just talked about friend 1 and 2 for that. And we have PGV. That's me and everything outside of friend 1 and 2. So that would be friend 3, friend 4, friend 5, friend 6, however many I've got going on out there, okay? This would rank me up for silver. It would make me eligible for all of the bonuses and the unilevel structure payout at this point. But if I also want to get this $1,500 bonus right here, I'm going to need to do just a little bit more when I hit this rank in order to have that in place and ready. And here's how that works. I'm going to be asked to have structure, a 3rd leg at 1,000 OGV. Now listen, depending on how I've been building everything so far, this girl right here, or guy, might already be at 1,000. And if this leg has 1,000, just in it, then I'm good to go. And I've got that qualifying piece already in place. Now, I would encourage you, don't just stop here as you're building your team. Make sure you're getting friend 4 and friend 5 already in place and growing as well. But in order to get this bonus, I need to have that 3rd leg, have that $1,000 kind of summed up in one place. And I've got 4 months to do it. So from the point that I have hit executive, whether I achieved the executive bonus or not, from the point that I hit executive, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 months to get this silver bonus structure in place to get a $1,500 bonus. That is some life-changing income right there. All right, now what I've showed you right now in totality is the silver bound bonus, but there is an additional layer that kind of takes it to the next step, and it's called bridge to gold. The idea being that when you go from silver to the gold rank, it's a jump. You have to go from 10,000 OGV and you have to get that all the way in place for gold. In fact, here, I'll write it up here for you so that you can see, okay? Here's gold, okay? For gold, you need to have your 100 PV, okay? You still have to have that. Your OGV, though, is gonna be 35,000. That's a lot. That's a big number. That's a substantial number. You're gonna have hundreds of people on your team by the time you get here though. So it's a lot of little people doing a lot of big things. Not little people, but a lot of little orders coming in that add up to be a lot of big volume. That's how this sort of thing happens. Don't be overwhelmed by big numbers. I promise you that things that you think make you afraid today, or that you don't know if you can pull off today, in 2 years, hopefully you're going to look back and go, I can't believe that one time I thought that star was going to take me forever. And look how I did, hitting the rank of star. And oh man, executive, gosh, that's so hard. One day, hopefully, and then in a couple of years, you're going to look back and you're going to go, I can't believe that I was worried about hitting executive. Now I have all of these executives on my team and we are thriving, okay? At gold, you're going to be required to have 3 legs at 6,000 each. Okay, so this silver bonus structure right here with this 3rd leg, this is getting you ready because you're gonna need a 3rd leg for the next rank. That's the idea behind this. And then you always need the 1,000 PGV from the rank of silver and up. So basically the things that have changed and the things that will continue to change as you go higher in rank is your OGV requirement and where those legs need to be. How many legs and what the volume needs to be. These are the 2 things that are going to continue to change as you excuse me, as you go from gold to platinum to diamond to crown and to royal, okay? And you will speak positively, right? Let's speak positively and have some conscious language that when you hit these ranks, this is what you're going to be doing. Not if, not maybe, not, I don't know, we'll see, but when you do it, because you totally can do it, okay? So bridge to gold is the next bonus layer. Bridge to gold does not require you to do all of this, but instead, bridge to gold is the idea that as you go from silver to gold, it's a big jump. And so instead of saying, you know what, we are not, and honestly, your gold paycheck will speak for itself, okay? But in the meantime of going from silver to gold, they wanted to create a waypoint, kind of a midpoint of excitement for you to be pushing towards and trying to hit along the way. And so this is what it is. So from silver to gold, we have bridge to gold. Bridge to gold requires your 100 PV. We always have that in place, right? And then here are the bonus requirements for this. Your OGV needs to be 22,500. Well, here's the deal with that, guys. That is exactly midway between the 10,000 of silver and the 35,000 of gold. If you take that $15,000 difference, no, just kidding, $25,000 difference, and divide it in half, it's going to put you right here at 22,500. So bridge to gold is that midpoint, that waypoint along the way for between the 2 volumes or between the 2 ranks, okay? At this point, you need to have 2 legs at 4,000. That's required for silver, so you should still have that in place from when you hit silver, right? But you're going to need to have 2 legs beyond those. So this is like 2 more legs. This is a total of 4 right here. 2 more legs, each at 1,000 OGV. Okay, well, when you hit silver, I won't go back, that'll be confusing. But when you hit silver, if you were running for that bonus, you had the 2 legs at 4,000. You already had this in play. And then you had to have 1 more at 1,000 in order to hit the bonus if you wanted that $1,500. And so this bridge to gold is simply asking you to get another leg at 1,000 as you're getting your volume to this point. And if and when you do that, you have 6 months from the time that you hit silver. That's a long time. 6 full months from the time that you hit silver. And if you do that, you will be eligible for a Premier Aroma collection. Guys, I wish I had one on me right now to just go like and open and show to you. This is the coolest collection of oils. It comes in this big case. It's about 120 essential oils. You never know what you're gonna get in there. That's some of the fun part, is that each collection is slightly different based on what's available when they pack it. So the first thing I do is I open it up and I'm looking for White Angelica, and I'm looking for Envision, and I'm looking for Inner Child and Hope, and all of these emotional oils that I just crave to have, that I'm like, it's gonna be like Christmas opening this box to see what's in it. So you get one of these for free. This is valued at almost $3,000. This is a phenomenal gift, and they're just gonna ship it right to you. Now, I looked back in my timeline recently because I got one of these in 2014 when I hit a similar bonus program that we had in place at that time. And when that box came to my house, I received it, I signed for it, and I brought it inside, and my daughter and I unpacked it together. She was like 4 at the time, 3 maybe. Oh, it was so precious. And she counted the oils, and she did the whole like 1, 2, 3, 11, mommy, there are are 11 oils in here. And I was like, well, there's a lot more than 11, right? But it was so precious to see her go through that. It was a wonderful experience. And I want to encourage you guys, this is a really awesome thing. This collection right here is going to bless your family in ways that you cannot imagine. All right, I want to take the last 3 minutes of my video to give you guys some tips on how to grow. How do you get to this place with Young Living? How do you get your team to grow and thrive and become something that's going to let you reach these levels? And this is how you want to harness your circles of influence. You want to look at your life, at all the places that you're connected, all the people that you know, all the organizations that you've been a part of over time, and you want to start thinking about places that you have influence. Now, this doesn't mean that I'm an influencer, like a social media influencer. That is one of the things that I have on this list, but it is only one. There are so many other places in your world that you have influence, that there are people around you who want to hear what you have to say. And if you focus on being a positive and helpful person in your network, you are going to find that people come to you and value what you have to share. And so it could be anywhere. And I want you to think through how many of these might apply to you. This is a great time to grab a sheet of paper and start taking some notes. But I want you to think through family, coworkers, your church or religious affiliation, your neighborhood, your mom's group, connections from your kids. This could be their school, sports, hobbies, other things that they are involved in. I find that while my kids are taking dance, my daughter's taking dance, sitting with the moms is a great time for me to network with people and find influence, find ways that I can connect with people and serve them where they are in their life at that time. So all of these are great opportunities. Travel, who are you sitting next to in a plane? Who did you meet last time you were sitting by the beach? That sort of thing. Your spouse could have a job or other connections that you can utilize. Your prior school or job that you've had, past careers that you may have had prior to where you find yourself today. An online community where you have maybe really tucked in and made some great connections through people who have like interests online. You could have influence in some sort of tangible way, like through a blog or social media as well. Community groups are also a place that you might have a local network that you can connect with, volunteer work, hobbies, and then actual networking activities that are intended for that, like network marketing friends, multi-level marketing friends, or a vendor event that you might connect to. And so here's your homework for today. Okay, this is what you do with this list. When I first got started with Young Living, I, unbeknownst to me, was thinking through this sort of thing. I was thinking about people that I knew because of my local photography connections. I was doing some low-scale photography, momtographer kind of stuff early on. I also, at one time, taught high school, and so I was thinking about former coworkers that I had in that arena. I also was a pharmaceutical sales rep for years, and so that was another network and a place of influence that I had. Then there were other things like my family and my church and my neighborhood and pockets where I was meeting people along the way as well. And so what I did is when I enrolled, if you go back in your mind and think through friend 1, friend 2, and friend 3, those were all people from different areas, different circles, different areas of connection that I had. And so I want to encourage you, this is your homework right here. If you've taken all this in and you're ready to do something with it, here's what you can do. Set a timer. That's my first recommendation. Give yourself 10 minutes because press it into a time. Don't leave it open-ended. Just sit in it for 10 minutes, okay? Give yourself time. I just wrote out some blocks here. I know we talk about circles. You can draw circles if you want, but however it works for you. I want you to make space for 5, okay? And for those 5, I want you to list out 5 circles. So you might say something like family and church and my job and an online group that I'm in and I like to volunteer, okay, something like that. And so I want you to think through 5 of the things from the page that I had before, write those circles, title those circles, and then I want you to take the rest of the 5 minutes and think about 5 people in each of those circles. 5 people who you think might be interested in engaging with you in health and wellness. 5 people that you just love hanging out with. 5 people who you admire and you want to be part of the circle that they have. But this this is a way for you to immediately get your brain tripping and thinking about some of those people and how can you connect with them. Then once you have this list, you begin to communicate with them. You just begin to continue in a relationship with them. We don't start to shove oils and shove recommendations and push that, but you just want to trip your mind into thinking. When I talk to this person, I want to be thinking about ways that I can serve her and introduce her to the health and wellness products that I'm already thriving from. And so when you've made that list, those people are more likely to be on the forefront of your mind. It's going to give you some pointers when they come up. You're going to think, oh, I want to serve her and help their family in this way, or gosh, that need that she just mentioned to me, that might be somewhere that I have a solution that I can help with. And so you become more mindful when you are strategic and specific with your friends. All right, guys, that is the silver bound bonus and a couple of my tips on how to maximize this. I hope this has been super helpful for you. I hope this is something that you're going to get to grab hold of and that you're going to leverage to share and grow your team. I wish you all the best, and I will see you at the top. Thanks, guys.